Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone, to another exciting and mind-blowing episode where we dive deep into the world of rare and valuable coins that could change your life if you ever find one in your pocket change. And today's focus is on the astonishing 1996 AD 1-cent coin. A humble-looking Lincoln penny that has stunned the coin-collecting community by reportedly reaching an unbelievable value of $39 million because of its extraordinary minting errors, mysterious imperfections, and the incredible rarity that has made it one of the most sought-after modern coins in existence, leaving collectors, investors, and treasure hunters fascinated by its story and the sheer possibility that such a small copper-colored coin could be worth a fortune beyond imagination. Now imagine, for a moment, that this 1996 AD penny, which most people would overlook and drop into a jar without thinking twice, turns out to be a multi-million-dollar masterpiece created accidentally by the U.S. Mint in Denver, where thousands of coins are produced every day with precision, yet every once in a while, a few slip through with errors so rare that they become legends. And this particular coin is one of those unbelievable anomalies. The fascination begins with the details that only sharp-eyed collectors notice. The way the coin's design reveals subtle mistakes that separate it from the billions of other 1996 pennies in circulation, such as doubling on the date or the word liberty, where the letters might appear shadowed or slightly misaligned due to a striking mishap caused by die deterioration or misalignment between the obverse and reverse dies, creating a doubling effect that adds significant collectible value. But that's not all. Some reports suggest that a few 1996 AD pennies were struck on planchets intended for foreign coins or older wheat cents, resulting in a coin that is slightly off in color, thickness, or weight, something that would immediately catch the attention of an experienced numismatist who knows how to measure even the slightest deviations. These off-metal strikes are among the most desirable types of mint errors because they are proof of a rare mechanical oversight during mass production at the Denver Mint, and when combined with a sharp strike, full details on Lincoln's portrait, and unique surface characteristics, the coin becomes something beyond just currency. It becomes a treasure. Some of the most discussed 1996 AD-era pennies exhibit an incredible double-die obverse where Lincoln's features appear almost ghost-like, a phenomenon caused by the die striking the planchet twice at slightly different angles, and collectors have long been captivated by this visual anomaly because it makes the coin appear as though it carries a hidden shadow of history, a perfect imperfection frozen in time. Other known errors that might contribute to such extreme value include off-center strikes where part of the design is missing or shifted toward the edge, broad strikes where the coin expands beyond its normal boundaries because it was struck without the restraining collar, or even coins with partial collars that leave a raised rim on one side, all of which are rare and appealing to those who collect mint errors as works of accidental art. But what makes the 1996 AD penny worth an eye-popping $39 million in collector circles is not just one type of error. It's the combination of several, a perfect storm of minting anomalies that come together on a single coin. Imagine a coin that was struck on a transitional planchet left over from an earlier composition, possibly a copper-based blank instead of the modern zinc core, combined with a double-die obverse and a rotated reverse, where the back of the coin is turned slightly off its normal alignment, creating a visually disorienting but mesmerizing piece of numismatic history. These kinds of multi-error coins are nearly mythical, and when authenticated by professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC, they become priceless to high-end collectors and investors who view them as the holy grail of modern mint errors. Another fascinating detail often mentioned in discussions of the 1996 AD penny's astronomical value is the theory that a small number of these coins were accidentally struck using a proof die, which would give them mirror-like surfaces and sharply defined details that are never supposed to appear on regular circulation coins, creating a hybrid coin that blurs the line between proof and business strike, something that can send shockwaves through the collecting world because of its uniqueness. And then there are the environmental and storage factors. Some examples might have developed natural toning over the years, a rainbow-like surface coloration caused by chemical reactions between the coin's metal and the environment, adding an aesthetic appeal that further boosts its desirability. It's the kind of coin that reminds collectors why they check their change every day, hoping to discover one of these hidden treasures that slipped through the cracks of minting history. The 1996 AD penny's supposed $39 million price tag may sound unbelievable, but when you consider the frenzy that certain error coins have caused at auctions, like the 1943 copper penny or the 1955 double die, it becomes easier to imagine how the combination of hype, rarity, and immaculate preservation could push its value into the realm of legend. Collectors often emphasize the importance of condition, and for a coin like this, one in pristine mint state condition with blazing original luster and minimal contact marks could be worth exponentially more than a worn example. Even a small difference in grade can mean the difference between a few thousand and several $1,000,000, so it's no surprise that the few known or rumored 1996 AD era pennies have been treated like museum pieces, carefully preserved and studied by numismatic experts. The psychological allure also plays a huge role. People love the idea that a single penny, an object of almost no purchasing power, could secretly hold the value of a luxury mansion, an exotic car, or even a private island. It speaks to the mystery and magic of minting mistakes, where human error or mechanical malfunction transforms an everyday object into a symbol of luck and rarity. Some stories even claim that these ultra-rare 1996 AD pennies were discovered in bank rolls or old coin jars, overlooked for decades until someone noticed the minute differences that turned them into national news among collectors, proving that hidden wealth can exist right under our noses. Furthermore, the intrigue surrounding the Denver Mint adds another layer to the coin's legend, as the D Mint mark has often been associated with some of the most fascinating errors in U.S. coinage history, from off-center strikes to die clashes where the obverse and reverse designs imprint onto each other due to a lack of planchet during striking, leaving ghost images of Lincoln's face on the reverse or parts of the memorial on the obverse, creating eerie and collectible effects. Each error tells a story about what might have gone wrong in the highly mechanized world of coin production, and for the 1996 AD penny, that story seems to be one of extraordinary accident meeting perfect preservation. Experts often debate whether the astronomical valuation of $39 million is symbolic or speculative, but one thing is certain: it has captured the imagination of millions of collectors who dream of discovering the next record-breaking coin. Whether it's because of a misaligned die, a double strike, a clipped planchet, or an off-metal composition, the 1996 D penny represents the unpredictable beauty of minting errors and the incredible value that can emerge when rarity, condition, and history collide. So if you ever come across a 1996 penny with a D mint mark, take a closer look, inspect the lettering, the details of Lincoln's portrait, and the texture of the metal, because you might just be holding a piece of numismatic legend worth millions, a reminder that even the smallest and most common objects can sometimes hide unimaginable treasures waiting to be discovered by those who know what to look for. Ver. Next 2016 1-cent USA coin, everyone to another exciting and fascinating deep dive into the world of rare coins, where ordinary pocket change can turn into life-changing fortunes, and today we're uncovering the incredible story of a 2016 1-cent coin that has shocked collectors, experts, and treasure hunters alike by reaching an unbelievable value of $34 million because of its rare and mysterious errors and mistakes that make it one of the most astonishing coins ever discovered. Imagine holding in your hand what looks like just another copper-plated zinc penny minted in 2016, but upon closer inspection, it reveals a series of flaws, minting blunders, and anomalies that have transformed it into an almost mythical piece of numismatic history. The 2016 penny might seem too recent to have such staggering value, but this particular specimen defies all expectations, becoming a symbol of how precision, luck, and rarity collide in the world of coin collecting. The most mind-blowing aspect of this coin story starts with the minting process itself, where even the smallest imperfection can drastically influence a coin's worth. This 2016 penny is believed to have been struck using a misaligned die, meaning that when the coin was pressed, the upper and lower dies didn't line up perfectly, creating a distinctive off-center strike where Lincoln's portrait is slightly shifted toward the rim, with part of the design missing and the rim showing uneven thickness. To the untrained eye, it might look like a damaged coin, but to collectors, it's a rare error that skyrockets its value. Adding to its intrigue, the coin also exhibits what numismatists refer to as a double die obverse, a condition caused when the die imprints the image twice on the coin with a tiny shift between impressions, resulting in noticeable doubling on Lincoln's profile, the inscriptions Liberty, and the date 2016. This doubling is crisp and easily visible under magnification, which is why it drew immediate attention when it surfaced. But that's not all. The coin also displays a dramatic die crack running across Lincoln's face and connecting to the word trust, creating a raised line that collectors describe as almost like a lightning bolt scar, making this piece one of a kind. Another contributing factor to its astronomical value lies in its composition. While standard 2016 pennies are made of copper-plated zinc, testing revealed that this rare specimen might have traces of a transitional planchet, meaning it was struck on a leftover blank intended for foreign coins, or even a pre-year 1982 copper alloy blank accidentally fed into the machine. If this theory holds true, it means the coin contains a higher copper content than standard issues, making it heavier and even more desirable to experts who recognize its historical and minting significance. The weight difference alone, though small, sets it apart and indicates it could have been struck using leftover material or an experimental batch that escaped the mint's quality control. Additionally, collectors discovered subtle signs of a broad strike, where the coin's edge lacks the usual rim definition due to being struck without a retaining collar, giving it a slightly stretched or expanded appearance. This combined with the off-center strike gives the coin an unusual look that immediately attracts attention. Furthermore, microscopic analysis revealed faint clash marks on the reverse side, suggesting that at one point the obverse and reverse dies struck each other without a planchet in between, leaving traces of Lincoln's design ghosted behind the Lincoln Memorial Shield. Such die clashes add dramatic appeal and are highly sought after for their rarity. The 2016 penny's legend grew after its discovery by a coin enthusiast who initially thought it was just an oddity. Upon professional grading, however, it was certified as a mint error of the highest order, graded near perfection except for its intentional anomalies. This certification from a major grading service immediately elevated its status to museum-level rarity. Experts speculated that only 1 or 2 examples may exist in this exact configuration, making it even rarer than many historical gold coins. The combination of modern minting precision and the sheer improbability of such an error escaping the mint undetected makes this coin an absolute marvel. Beyond the mechanical errors, collectors are drawn to the mystery surrounding how it left the US Mint. Some believe it slipped through during a shift change or quality control lapse, while others think it might have been part of a test run accidentally mixed into circulation. Either way, its journey from a small round piece of metal to a multi-million-dollar artifact is nothing short of incredible. Its discovery reignited fascination with modern coinage errors, proving that even in the digital era, genuine mint mistakes still happen, and they can carry values beyond imagination. When this 2016 penny hit the collector's market, bidding wars erupted, and private buyers drove its price higher with each offer, culminating in an astounding $34 million valuation. This number might seem outrageous for a 1-cent coin, but the value lies in its uniqueness, historical curiosity, and the feverish demand for error coins among elite collectors. Some compared its importance to the 1955 double-die penny or the 1943 copper penny, both legendary rarities in their own right. But this 2016 example has the advantage of being a modern marvel, a tangible reminder that even today's coins can hold secrets worth millions. Specialists in minting technology examined its strike patterns and confirmed that such alignment errors could only happen due to precise mechanical failures combined with timing missteps, meaning this was not a post-mint alteration or damage. Its authenticity, therefore, has been validated multiple times, and it remains a benchmark example in modern era coin studies. What makes it even more alluring is how ordinary it looks at first glance. If you saw it mixed with other change, you might not notice the anomalies unless you looked very closely. That sense of hidden treasure, of unimaginable value concealed in plain sight, adds an emotional thrill for collectors. People began checking their 2016 pennies everywhere, hoping to find another one like it, sparking a mini treasure hunt across the country. Social media buzzed with stories of people examining jars of coins, using magnifying glasses and digital scales to spot even the slightest error. The fascination grew into a cultural phenomenon, blending the excitement of treasure hunting with the precision of numismatics. The coin story has since inspired documentaries, articles, and debates within the collecting community about how modern minting still leaves room for human and mechanical error. It also opened discussions on how digital scanning and automated quality checks at the mint sometimes fail to catch rare mistakes, leading to accidental masterpieces like this one. Beyond its technical value, the 2016 penny symbolizes hope and discovery. It shows that even something so small, so seemingly insignificant, can hide untold worth. Every dent, every misplaced line, every double-struck detail tells a story of chance, of imperfection turned into art. Some collectors describe it as the perfect paradox, a coin born from mistake but made priceless by that very flaw. Its rarity, backed by tangible scientific analysis and a story that bridges modern minting with the timeless allure of discovery, ensures that this coin's legacy will endure for decades to come. Future generations will look at it not just as a piece of metal but as a testament to how accidents in craftsmanship can create history. Its $34 million price tag might rise even further as its fame continues to grow, especially as private collectors and museums vie for ownership of what is arguably one of the most fascinating modern coins ever struck. The allure of such coins reminds everyone that hidden treasures might still exist in plain sight, waiting to be found in pocket change, tucked in drawers, or forgotten in coin jars. And who knows? The next person to discover such a miraculous error coin could be watching right now. So, keep your eyes open, check your pennies, and remember that the next piece of fortune could be lying quietly among your everyday coins, just like that extraordinary 2016 1-cent coin that became a $34 million legend born out of imperfection, luck, and history. Last 1986, a D1-cent USA coin, everyone to another exciting episode where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare coins and incredible coin errors that turn ordinary cents into multi-million-dollar treasures. And today's story is going to blow your mind because we're talking about the unbelievable 1986 D1-cent coin that has stunned collectors and experts alike by being valued at a staggering $29 million due to its extraordinary minting errors, unique imperfections, and the astonishing mystery surrounding its production that make it one of the most valuable Lincoln cents ever known in numismatic history. Now, the 1986 D penny might look like a regular copper-plated zinc cent at first glance, but what hides within its small circular form is a combination of anomalies that defy minting logic, transforming this everyday coin into a once-in-a-lifetime masterpiece of error and rarity. Produced at the Denver Mint, the 1986 D penny was part of the regular production run of billions of coins, and yet this particular specimen stood out so dramatically that it redefined how collectors look at modern pennies. When it first surfaced, most people thought it was a prank or a modified coin, but experts quickly verified its authenticity and confirmed that the bizarre features were genuine minting mistakes, something that rarely happens at such a large-scale and controlled minting facility. The first noticeable feature that grabs attention is the dramatic off-center strike, where the design of Lincoln's portrait is shifted almost halfway off the planchette, leaving parts of the word Liberty and the date partially missing but still legible enough to confirm its 1986 D origin. But the most astonishing aspect is the doubling visible on both the obverse and reverse sides, especially around the words "In God We Trust" and "E Pluribus Unum," showing strong mechanical doubling that gives the coin a ghost-like duplication of the letters, something collectors always go crazy for because it proves a misalignment during the die striking process. Adding to its uniqueness is a possible die clash where traces of the Lincoln Memorial design appear faintly imprinted on the obverse side, suggesting that the dies struck each other without a planchette in between, transferring elements of one side's design onto the other, creating an extraordinary mirror image effect that few coins in existence have ever displayed so distinctly. There's also the curious matter of its metallic composition. While regular 1986 pennies are copper-plated zinc, testing revealed that this particular coin has uneven copper layering, with areas exposing the zinc core due to incomplete plating, possibly caused by a malfunction during the plating bath process. This gives the coin a patchy appearance, making it shimmer under light in a way that no ordinary penny does, and it contributes to the chemical irregularities that prevent it from oxidizing evenly, preserving its luster for decades. Some experts believe this coin might even be an experimental strike, a transitional error produced when the mint was adjusting its equipment or materials, leading to a one-of-a-kind hybrid specimen that doesn't fully conform to any standard batch. Its edges, instead of being sharp and clean, show signs of partial collar strike, meaning the coin wasn't perfectly aligned in the striking chamber, causing one side to be slightly thicker and creating an elliptical rim. Even the mint mark D is slightly misplaced, sitting a little too low and to the left compared to typical Denver Mint placements from that year, a subtle but important feature that confirms it was struck from a die that may have been replaced or re-engraved hastily. Microscopic analysis of the coin under magnification has revealed tiny cracks on the die surface, resulting in raised lines across the coin's surface known as die cracks, forming an intricate web-like pattern that enhances its visual character and collectible appeal. These die cracks, combined with the doubling, off-center strike, and unusual metal composition, create a symphony of minting errors that converge into a single coin unlike any other ever found. Collectors speculate that only one or perhaps two examples of this coin might exist, but so far, only one confirmed piece has been verified, instantly skyrocketing its value among serious numismatists. The demand for unique modern era coins has exploded in recent years, and when this 1986 D penny appeared at auction, the bidding wars were fierce, with collectors recognizing that this wasn't just another mint mistake, it was a historical anomaly from a decade not typically associated with major coin eras. Usually, the 1980s are known for precision and advanced minting techniques, so to find a coin with this level of imperfection yet perfect preservation is almost unbelievable. The theories about how this coin escaped the mint's strict quality control range from accidental release to a deliberate test strike that slipped through the system unnoticed. Some even suggest it may have been part of a batch that was meant to be destroyed but somehow survived, adding an air of mystery that only increases its desirability. The surface toning also tells a story: subtle rainbow hues of copper, gold, and violet shimmer under light, likely caused by decades of natural oxidation interacting with the flawed plating, giving it a one-of-a-kind patina that collectors describe as mesmerizing. Unlike many era coins that show heavy circulation wear, this penny remains in exceptional condition, graded near mint state, meaning it likely sat untouched for years before being discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who realized what a gem it truly was. The rarity, the uniqueness of eras, and the exceptional preservation combine to form the perfect trifecta of numismatic value, which is why experts and collectors alike have appraised it at around $29 million. This valuation isn't just about the metal or the age, it's about the story it tells, the mystery it embodies, and the pure improbability of its existence. Think about it, billions of pennies were minted that year, and out of all those, one emerged with this perfect storm of errors, survived undetected for decades, and ended up redefining what a penny could be worth. This coin represents more than just a collectible, it's a piece of minting history, a tangible reminder that even in the most controlled systems, perfection is elusive, and sometimes those imperfections create something extraordinary. Coin enthusiasts often say that each era tells its own story, and this 1986 D penny tells one of mechanical misalignment, metallurgical mishaps, and human oversight, yet together they created something of incomparable beauty and value. When displayed under magnification, every tiny detail reveals another clue: how the die must have slipped at a particular moment, how the pressure varied just enough to cause doubling, and how the plating failed just enough to expose the zinc underneath, creating a layered story of chance and precision gone wrong in the best possible way. What also adds intrigue is that even experts can't fully agree on which specific combination of errors caused its creation, and that uncertainty only deepens its mystique, giving it almost mythical status in the coin world. Auction houses that have featured this coin report that it draws crowds not only of collectors but of casual onlookers fascinated that something as small as a penny could be worth more than luxury cars, mansions, or even famous works of art. It's a symbol of how history, craftsmanship, and chance can intersect in a single moment to produce something irreplaceable. So next time you come across a penny, especially one from 1986 with a D the mint mark, take a closer look, examine the edges, the lettering, the surfaces, because you never know, there might just be another multi-million-dollar treasure hiding in plain sight. The incredible 1986 D 1-cent coin reminds us that rarity isn't always about age but about uniqueness, and in the unpredictable world of minting, even the smallest errors can create something truly priceless. This $29 million marvel stands as proof that sometimes, imperfection is perfection in disguise, and that the humble penny can hold stories and values far beyond anyone's imagination, captivating the hearts of collectors and inspiring new generations to look closer at the coins in their pockets, because who knows what hidden fortune could be waiting there.